Hello friends, in this video I want to attempt to replace the power antenna for an RX 300 Lexus. Has broken. This was a replacement that I paid for a while back, and I want to try doing it myself this time. First, they recommend to unfold the rear seat right there, as you can see right there. Then they recommend to lift this part of the deck and remove the deck, the front deck, and then later on I'm gonna have to remove this part right here, which it will provide me the access to the motor right here behind this. I lift, and there were some push pins holding this piece down, but easily gave up, and I can see it right now that it's exposing these two bolts. These are the hinges for the trunk deck. I'm gonna remove it and then move it out of the way. My tools for this task will be the needle nose for outside, this one for prying tool, and I have a 12 and a 10 socket on a ratchet, and just in case I have my channel lock. We'll see. First I'm going to start removing those bolts. Once the deck is removed, then I'm going to remove this cover. I'm just going to put it on the side. I want to remove, I believe, this tray, the jack and the tools for the jack tray right here. And then this other tray right here, this other tray has a nut right back here that just undo that. And I think he has these push pins right here, but with just a little bit of strength they're gonna give up. Oh, there's another one right here too. Oh, and another one here. So I guess let me pry him out and remove the tray out of the way. Now I have to remove hook bolt just to free the base of this carpet area so I can get access to the motor. I'm gonna have to remove these other hook bolts right here, and then I'm gonna remove this hard plastic piece just by prying it out. I removed the hooks on both sides. Now I'm gonna remove this piece, I think just by prying it out. We remove this just in case it falls off. And I know I can take this one by prying it out. Alright, so now it's time to remove this piece. I just decided to put it on the side so it won't be on my way. As long as I reach, I think that'll be fine. I noticed that there's a puddle of water right here, so yeah, it's some water right here. The motor has his own little draining hose right here, which is for that purpose, but somehow water's been there for a while. I'm just gonna move this around and let it drain. For this piece I'm gonna use the needle nose and just undo it. Now what I'm doing is I'm turning the key to the first position for start, and I'm going to start the motor. So by turning on the radio, the antenna should turn to extend it all the way. I finally caught it and pull it and see what's going to come out. And here it is. This is what I have. If we see what the new antenna looks like, this is the metal piece and then a plastic piece. So all the plastic piece is somewhere stuck in the motor housing. Now I need to remove the motor by removing these two nuts right here that'll free the motor housing. I'll do some cables. There's got to be the antenna cable and the electrical signal cable. The motor came loose. Now I'm gonna have to undo this cable and this antenna cable. Here's the motor. I think I'm just gonna disassemble half of the motor housing just by removing two screws right here. Maybe it used to have more screws, but all I see is two right now. But it probably indicates that there was one right here in this corner and one on the other corner. Well, there's one in the middle too, so at least there's three that I had to undo. Then carefully I'm gonna have to separate the half and remove whatever's in there. This is what I found so far. I thought I was gonna see loose pieces of plastic, but I might have to, definitely gonna have to get behind this white plastic. Well, I inspected it. I didn't see any remainings from the previous cable. In fact, I went through the tube, I inserted it, and I can see it was a clean path for the other tube. So I'm gonna put everything back and screw the other half back on, reinstall this, and push the new antenna through. Let's see what happened. I went ahead and turned the radio on. With that, I know that the antenna should be all the way out. I extended the antenna right now, and I'm gonna try to thread the plastic part inside while somebody turned the radio off. I was able to push the plastic thing and caught it. Now the antenna is all retracted. Now I'm gonna put the nut back on, and once I got it, I'm gonna try to get it in a firm grip position. Then I'm gonna get the antenna come back up and readjust. I've been having a hard time with the needle nose, so it's easier just to do it with the screwdriver. Get to it, tie it real good. It's moving faster like this. Just be careful you don't scratch the vehicle. I'm gonna use the needle nose for tying the last turns. I can feel the pieces getting very, very hard in place. So I don't know if I'm gonna give it a couple more turns. Now let's go ahead and try to turn on the radio. Let's turn on the radio. There's the antenna coming right back out. Turn it on, John. Good. Now turn it off. It didn't go all the way. It probably needs some oil. I went ahead and added a little bit of oil to help, and it did work. It lubricates it and it goes up and down a lot easier. Go ahead and turn it on. Let's see, just seeing how it comes out. Now the mechanical part of the antenna seems to work fine. Now let's see if the radio reception is really good. Okay. It's coming pretty good, comes strong. The one way that I'm gonna find out is I couldn't pick up any AM radios. So that is the proof. Let me switch to AM. And it's coming along pretty good. Like 740 is one of the. Yes, yes. Sweet. Sweet. I think that's. Now I can confirm that it did work. So the radio is working pretty good. The antenna is working pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is reverse putting all the pieces back together. And one lesson learned was that I really didn't have to dismantle the motor. It was just a matter of pushing the antenna plastic part and let it catch it. But anyway, I proved that there's no remnants from the previous antenna, and that got the job done. Now I'm gonna reverse and put everything back as it was, and thank you for watching the video. I hope this helps. Bye.